So there's constantly new threats, it's an ever-evolving thing, is cybersecurity. I always say it's part of evolution. So what we're seeing, quite recently is an uprising ransomware. Now, ransomware has been around for many years. The first one was on a floppy disk to do with HIV, and now we're getting different variations. So, over the stage of that, you can buy for 10,000 euros, create your own ransomware variation. So individuals now don't even have to be technologically, advanced to understand how it works. They just have an account manager that looks after their ransomware. So I'd say on the massive uprise, over the next 5 to 10 years, we're going to see ransomware as being a big thing within the cybersecurity industry, but also the financial sector. So, currently we're seeing such an evolving rate of the ransomware. If we look at the NHS attack, right? So we know that was state-sponsored. So it was from, North Korea. Now, the variation of that ransomware actually came from the US government, but it was actually taken over by the public, reformed, and then reissued out via North Korea. Now that infected NHS, which spread to general practitioners, it spread to numerous different surgeries all the way around the UK. But 54 countries were affected. It wasn't just the United Kingdom, right? And this just appeared overnight. So over the course of the weekend, 3 days, 54 countries got infected, and we estimate we lost shy of 30 million in regards to ransom and what was actually paid. Now, there's so many different evolving variations coming out. A recent one, in the last 2-3 days was Petra. Now, Petra has actually been targeted towards Russian infrastructure. So I believe, that's another state-sponsored attack. Nothing's been confirmed yet, but in my professional opinion, I'd say it's state-sponsored. Now, that's infected some of the critical national infrastructure, so stuff that you wouldn't actually feel would be infected. So we're seeing Russia, that is on the uprise with ransomware. We're seeing it evolve all the way around the world. So I guarantee, in the next 5 years, there are going to be so many different variations. Just like there were with Windows, just like there were with Linux, it's going to be ransomware. Another thing that I preach at events and communities all the way around the world when I give my talks is personal security. So a lot of security guys, they completely miss that concept. It's all towards corporate security, it's all towards business structure and security. But if you look at, how many people in the audience have children, right, as a prime example. Now, how many people actually give their children an iPad or a tablet, right? Quite a few people. Now, if we look at the PIN codes that you guys are setting, for your children, you're using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or using 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Now, these are really, interesting, not unique codes that everybody's using. So I always preach, if you implement cybersecurity in your personal life, it'll become second nature in your business life. So again, make your children and teenagers aware about cybersecurity, make them understand what ransomware is, right? There's been notorious cases of teens committing suicide around ransomware. So they was playing a game online, they downloaded a hacking tool to get better up in the game, and it said that their PC had been infected, they'd been looking at online illegal content. So, they panicked, they got quite scared, and it's been led to a case of suicides. So, make your circle around you understand what ransomware actually is. So recently, I've become the cyber safety advisor for the CyberSmile Foundation. And they deal with, online cyberbullying from all angles, from the gaming industry, from personal industry, and, anonymous trolls that they encounter online. Now, you can go to the cybersmile.org website. There's so much information on there for parents. There's so much information on there for teenagers. And, there was recently a Stop Cyberbullying Day, online cyberbullying, which was wonderful. A lot of celebrities tweeted. We had J.K. Rowling, she retweeted some of my tweets. We had the Hoff, he retweeted some stuff as well. And they've got quite a large amount of ambassadors from different organizations around the world. So I highly recommend you check out the CyberSmile Foundation.